Hi friends, and welcome to multiplying fractions by whole numbers. So Monday we started lesson 23, but because it's the same idea, we're just going to jump on to lesson 24. So for today's pages, we are going to be doing pages 503, 504, and 505 together. And then on your own, you're going to be trying out 506, okay? And like I said, it's just because since they're both kind of focusing on the same idea, we figured just combine it and save us a comprehension check, okay? So now we're going to be focusing on lesson 24. We're going to be doing this today, tomorrow, Friday, and then we will be taking our comprehension check on Wednesday, May 5th, so next Wednesday, okay? So let's get started. We're going to start on page 503, okay? So this problem says 1 serving of crackers is about 3/10 of the whole box. Bella eats 3 servings this week. What is the fraction of the box of crackers she eats? Okay? So it's 3/10 of a box is a serving, and she eats 3 servings. So we have 3 times 3/10 is equal to what? Now for this one, I think it's best to just make a model. So that's going to be my option number 1, and then we're also just going to go over not repeated addition, just regular multiplication for number 2. Okay, so first we could draw a model. I'm just going to make sure it's long enough to fit tenths. So we need 3 of them because our whole number is 3, and then our fraction is 3/10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're really squishing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're just going to carefully shade in 3 of them. Okay? So then we can show that by repeated addition. 3/10 plus 3/10 plus 3/10. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. Denominator stays the same. So 3 times 3/10 is equal to 9/10. That's strategy number 1. So just the area model using repeated addition. Now we could also do it just by taking 3 over 1, right? Or just keeping it 3 times 3/10. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 times 1 is 10. Or you could just do 3 times 3/10. 3 times 3 is 9. Denominator stays the same, and we get the same answer either way, okay? So this is one strategy, this is another strategy. You could also do the number line. However, I feel like the number line gets a little tricky with the dash marks, and the number line is a little bit easier to get confused with, okay? So that's the only reason why we focused on the area model and then just multiplying it for these two. So if you have any questions, please pause here, or if you need to pause to write any of this down, go ahead. If not, we're going to jump on in to page 504. So this looks a lot scarier than it is. It's just reflecting on what we just did. So look back. Explain how you could find the fraction of the box of crackers that Bella eats. Well, you could multiply, right? Just putting into words exactly what we just did. You could multiply 3/10 times 3 to get 9/10. So basically, like I said, just putting what we just did on page 503 into words, okay? Just explaining it in a sentence. So now looking ahead. You can multiply a fraction by a whole number to solve problems about combining equal-sized parts. In the problem, the equal-sized part is the serving or 3/10 of the box of crackers, and Bella eats 3 servings. The model at the right shows the fraction she eats. So you could also show it, right, by saying this is 3/10, so this is 1 serving, right? And then this is another serving, the blue. Oops, sorry friends, my lights just turned off. Hold on. So the blue is another serving, right? So we have 1S for 1 serving, 1S for another serving, And then we have these 3/10 showing another serving. So this is another one. So we have 1 serving, 2 servings, 3 servings. So this is just another way, instead of making the 3 separate models, you could also do it like this. So you could show 3 times the serving, so 3 times 3 over 10, which would still give us the 9/10, okay? So just showing how you can do it this way. Obviously this one just gets trickier when you have something like an improper fraction, when you have more than one whole, okay? But it's still doable. Now part B, when you multiply a fraction by a whole number, the answer may be a fraction less than 1 or a fraction greater than 1, what we just talked about. So you can use what you know about fractions and mixed numbers to tell between which 2 whole numbers the answer lies. Is the fraction of the box of crackers that Bella eats less than 1 whole or more than 1 whole? And we can tell it's less, right, because this whole thing is 1 whole and we're still missing this part here. So it is less than 1 whole. And then in between which 2 whole numbers is the fraction of the box of crackers? Well, it's between 0 and 1, because it's not 1 whole and it's not 0. So between 0 and 1, okay? So, and we're actually going to skip number 3. I want to make sure you have time to get the vocabulary in, okay? So we're going to skip number 3. If you have any questions on 504, please pause here to ask. If not, we're going to just quickly fill in our vocabulary on page 505, and then you'll be working on page 506 on your own, okay? So, and again, as always, you can always do the example on the bottom for extra credit, but let's just worry about the table right here. So multiply, what does that mean? That one should be easy for us by now. So multiply is to combine equal groups to find a total. And an example would be making an array. So if we have an array 2 stars this way and 3 stars this way, this shows 2 times 3, right? And 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So that's multiplying. Now a fraction, the definition we did a couple weeks ago, is a number that names equal parts of a whole. And an example of that would be shading in all but one of these boxes, meaning 3 out of the 4 are shaded, okay? And then a whole number, what is the definition of a whole number? A whole number is obviously a number that has no fractional part. Meaning there's no unfinished parts. Oh, sorry, I'm talking too much, I'm writing the wrong thing. So no fractional part. You can use whole numbers for counting. An example of that, if we draw a number line, we have 0 and then 1, 2, 3, and the whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, and they continue. It's all of the benchmarks, okay? So here is our table filled in. And if you have any questions on what we worked on today, either page 403, 404, or 405, just please pause and let me know. Like I said, you can also try out number 2 and just show me and see what you did. And other than that, once you feel okay, you can move on to your independent page. I just want to see this page to show me that you're done with it, okay? So show me your vocabulary table once it's filled out. If you want to show me number 2 as well, completely fine. I'll be happy to give you some extra points on that quiz. And then you can work on page 506. You got this, boys and girls. I'm here if you need me. Bye.